Because he want everybody to underestimate him.
Who?
Anthony Joshua.
Why the fuck he want people to underestimate him?
He is who he is. I just
No, because like I said this.
You like boxers with physiques.
No, I just like real boxers that understand the art of boxing, the science of it.
But you just said he looks like he know what he can do. The 130 kid, the 154 kid.
Yes, he does. He definitely. When I look at him, you have to have a look. If you ever saw a real fighter,
Andy Ruiz looks like a back catcher.
Andy Ruiz can't beat no Joshua if Joshua had.
He beat him. He knocked him out.
But listen, what I'm saying. Who knows why he knocked him out? No, you know why it don't count?
Racehorse. He sounds like he's reading a racehorse book.
No, you know why it don't count?
You know how you just guessed
Wait.
Some fighters can make more money.
No, you okay? You okay?
Their legacy. He was 11-1 underdog.
I got him at 13-1. Excuse me.
Wait.
Lost the fight, so Andy Ruiz can build his legacy.
But you said, go ahead.
Listen, with Anthony Joshua, he built his legacy with this loss. Because, like I said this, when he comes back and stay behind his jab, he got an 84-inch jab. Once he stayed behind there, ain't no way Andy Ruiz will be able to get in.
But you just said
he came in fighting like he had a 62-inch arm. He came at Ruiz like this. So it was easy for Ruiz. If he stand back here with his jab, right hand, that Mexican gonna eat every punch. And he showed you when he stuck that jab out there and then took his head off.
if your uncle had a pussy, he'll be your auntie.
Well,
If your uncle had a pussy,
nowadays he can't get a pussy.
What you're saying makes sense to
Nowadays
me.
he can get.
He makes sense
so
to you.
You never know.
He is who he is.
He's going based on theory, like when you
Yeah.
look at a
And
horse
science.
or you look
Well,
at
shit.
science scientifically based
Yes,
on his
there's
body
no way he
makeup,
should've
genetics,
lost.
things like that.
No way he should have lost. That's
But-
why the odds maker had him a 13-1 underdog, because they knew there's no way impossible. But sometimes with intervention from the boxing guys, or you throwing fights or whatever going on behind the scenes, you never know. But theory-wise, no way.
How about talent-wise? Fuck theory.
But talent-wise, if you ever watch Anthony Joshua, they can say his chin, but he stayed behind his jab against Klitschko, all the rest of the fighters that he fought. He stayed behind his jab. He never came in fighting like that, throwing punches like that, smothering his
So maybe they're not being trained properly.
No, he's not. I had a show that I wanted to create. It's Under the Microscope. That's based on people who go against the art of boxing, the science of it, and he definitely did, because there's no way that fight defied the whole art of boxing. If you ask Roy Jones, any of the top promoters or trainers, they'll tell you that was totally.
So you think it was a fluke if Ruiz beat Joshua?
Yes, I think it was a fluke, and I think it was part of history. If it was part of history, because Joe Hip should have been one of the first Mexican champions. I don't know if you old enough to remember Joe Hip. Yeah, Joe Hip was a tough Mexican fighter.
We don't care about Joe Hip right now. We care about your assessment of Andy Ruiz and Anthony Joshua.
Well, sometimes you never know who's meant to change history or who's part of history. You can't take that from Andy, because he did get in there and it was meant by the boxing guy. But like I said, if anybody knows boxing, all the managers, all the top people, they know AJ shouldn't have lost that fight.
So you think Andy Ruiz didn't beat Anthony Joshua?
No, Anthony Joshua beat himself. And I'll tell you right now, like I told you, boxing guru, not boxing guru, boxing eagle, blue blood sport. If he stayed behind his jab, he's too big to let
If your uncle had a pussy, he'll be your auntie.
Well, it's boxing, baby. That's why he needs the right people. Lennox Lewis told him the best. When Lennox got beat and got clipped by my boy Hakeem
Rahman.
You know why? Because Lennox smothered his punch, pulled back. His technical skills was real bad. But when he got Emmanuel Stewart, because Emmanuel learned from Sugar Ray knocking out Tommy Hearns, they knew to stay behind that jab and fight as a big man. And once my boy AJ learned that, it's going to be difficult to beat him, because he's going to use them big tree trunks like we was watching with me, you, and Sam, how George Foreman used them to block. That's how AJ gonna use them to defend against them power shots from my boy Deontay Wilder.
Yeah, but
And power and endurance
you
can
remember
actually.
Sugar Ray Leonard and Thomas Hearns
I understand
won,
what
right?
you're saying.
You know Sugar Ray Leonard was getting beat from pillar to post until Thomas Hearns ran out of gas, and Sugar Ray Leonard caught him against the rope. Sugar Ray Leonard had a hard time getting past Thomas Hearns' jab. Thomas Hearns was working Sugar Ray Leonard, and if you watch the beginning of that fight, Sugar Ray Leonard had points in the fight where he was scared to even throw punches. He was getting clipped the whole time. He was getting beat thoroughly in that fight.
You're actually
what
proving his point, what you're saying.
And what about the rematch? Sugar Ray Leonard, once again, most people believe Thomas Hearns beat him in a rematch. And that's why Sugar Ray Leonard never gave him a third fight, because he don't believe that he clearly beat Thomas Hearns.
Oh, he could never beat Tommy. You correct in a sense. He could never beat Tommy, but Tommy wasn't the smartest fighter.
So how about Floyd Mayweather, Diego Corrales? Like, I mean, come on.
But hold up.
Oscar De La Hoya versus every 147 guy. Like,
but you gotta
he's
understand,
longer, he's taller.
When a tall fighter gives up his attributes, now he's at a disadvantage.
But you're asking the person not to be who he is. When you walk in the ring, that's who you are.
No. It was bad technical and fundamental skills that Emmanuel gave Tommy against Sugar. Tommy was looking for the knockout. If Tommy would have stayed behind that long jab and right hand, there was no way Sugar could have got in between that.
That is true.
So Diego was a different style. He didn't fight tall. Diego fought like Anthony Joshua. He came in. That's why Floyd was able to outbox.
When you're winning, you can show people who you are. When you're under pressure, you have to reveal who you really are.
No, those guys didn't have the fundamentals.
Anthony Joshua is who he is.
No,
You're looking at the vessel. You're looking at the picture. How about Earl Boykins from your neck of the woods? 5'5" point guard who made the NBA. Muggsy Bogues. If you look at him, oh my God, you ain't going to no fucking NBA. You better go get your degree and be a school teacher.
Yes.
But what does he have? It's not what you can see. It's what he can make you feel. His heart, his determination, his passion. Anthony Joshua lacks that. Anthony Joshua is not that.
Right. No. Yeah, I agree with that. Definitely.
But how do you lose to a dude that had a 5-week? He had a 5-week camp, man. And still, he should have humbled Ruiz.
In the camp, that don't mean
Well, sometimes, like I keep telling
if
y'all.
you're a trainer, you know what you're talking about.
Right, exactly. That's where.
Power and endurance
No.
at some point go against one of them can win. So it just depends on if you know how to use either one. And if you don't know how to use either one properly, then you're not gonna. So if you are stronger and the other person has more endurance than you, if your punches don't land, then he can eventually beat you because you're gonna get tired. And if he has strength, then his endurance is gonna eventually beat you.
Exactly.
Because he has more air. He's been trained properly to have more heart, more oxygen in his.
So basically.
But there's no.
What we saying
More
about
heart. I know you
AJ.
said I don't know about the fighters. I'm just saying based on his theory.
But it does. But you're asking. There's no cookie cutter to boxing. No, it's not. No, it's. But listen.
It's a graceful art when you understand.
If that's the case, why did you pick Mikey Garcia over Earl Spence?
You picked Mikey.
Yeah, no, but that goes against your logic.
No, you missed.
That goes against your logic. He's smaller, small.
Let me tell you why. This is what I have said. Mikey has to do exactly what I tell him, not tell him, but the instructions. Earl is not invincible. Y'all keep making.
No, we're not talking. I said no. You're changing the narrative. I said no. Wait. No, I said you picked Mikey Garcia over Earl Spence, and yet you say Andy Ruiz should not beat Anthony Joshua. You go against your premise.
No. You know why? Let me.
Why? Because
explain.
one is Mexican.
The difference is this. Okay, Earl Spence style of fighting and AJ style of fighting are totally different. That's why they say this cliche in boxing.
Styles make fight.
You know that.
You're
So,
just
do you
reciting.
believe it's true?
Nah, you're not making sense because you're not going. No, because you're not going off your premise.
Yes, I am.
I'm
but
going off
trying to
premise.
explain
I'm
it
not-
to you. I'm trying to explain it to you so you can understand it. So what I was saying was this. When I picked Mikey, I said this. Mikey has to do these fundamental techniques against Earl because Earl is the bigger man. So that's what.
So Andy Ruiz did those fundamental things and won the fight.
No, because AJ allowed him. Because
AJ didn't allow shit.
Yes, he did.
He was
He gave
not
up
the
his
better
life.
fighter.
No, he gave
You
up
looking
his
at no?
life.
See.
If Andy Ruiz beat AJ,
Okay,
if he
okay.
stayed behind his jab and beat him, I would give Andy Ruiz all the credit.
Okay, let me simplify this.
I would take my
You're a
hat
man,
off to
right?
him and say, you won.
You're a
Fair
man,
and
right?
square. But if AJ get in there in the rematch and get close and be throwing punches and his arms not fully extended and they short like this, that shows me he don't understand, his trainer don't understand. I can teach AJ free of charge just by listening to me speak. He can say that 10 to 15% he pay his trainer because they giving him the wrong instructions. A big man with 84-inch arms, you're supposed to shoot that jab. Step back, keep distance, step back, turn, give a
Yeah, but I'm not saying no.
Easy work.
That's logic. But you're saying AJ game plan was wrong, or you're saying wait, or you're saying he has the physical capability. He was physically better than Andy Ruiz.
His game plan was wrong because I watched AJ for 20 fights. When he fought Klitschko, he fought like a big man. I think he got caught up in the Deontay Wilder syndrome. I think Wilder, with his knockout of Brazil, all this stuff about Wilder, he wanted to go out and really prove that he can do what like that. Right, and he smothered, because I saw a difference. If you look at his open media workout, his trainer, they was working on hooks. He was throwing hooks. He wasn't shooting that jab like he supposed to. He was in there doing shit like this. I'm like, what the hell? So to me, that showed me he gave up his height. And once he was in there throwing hooks, he got clipped because it took him a time. He opened up. But if he was back here, he got this to block and shoot that. Andy would have to eat all this to get in.
But you're saying that, but that's boxing 101. Right?
Basic.
It's basic. Now what I'm saying is
That's
this.
the science
But
of it.
listen. Anthony Joshua walked in the ring that night with everything he's supposed to possess. Right? Two.
But he didn't
Listen, you got to understand what pressure does. Pressure reveals who you are.
Right.
Reveals. You get what I'm saying?
Feels that
It
you're
could.
saying.
So he is not that when he has to be that.
I disagree.
When he wants to be it, when he wants to be that.
No, I disagree.
No.
He got caught up with looks. Looks can be deceiving.
No, he folded under
You
pressure.
He
looked at-
folded.
You looked at a fat Andy Ruiz. You know, no disrespect to him, but that's how his body looked. He got caught up in the moment. He got caught up in the moment that his matchmakers picked the right guy that was tailor-made for him. He thought that. He really did. He thought he could get in there and just knock him out. He underestimated because he went totally against the science of the sport.
But basically, you're telling
If
people.
you was able to ask Teddy Atlas, any of the great trainers, Kevin Rooney, even if
Well, let's flip it.
Earl Spence trainer, even they stay behind their jab. They keep distant in range.
But how about you give Andy Ruiz credit for fighting like a short man then?
Well,
Fighting like a small heavyweight.
Well, I give credit to credit is due. Andy is the first Mexican heavyweight.
But you say he didn't beat him though. You said Andy Ruiz didn't beat Anthony Joshua.
Like
Anthony
I said,
Joshua beat himself.
Like I said, based on the theory of boxing, the sweet science, if Andy Ruiz beat AJ and AJ fight like a big man, then I would take my hat off.
Oh
and
my
say
gosh.
Andy Ruiz is the better fighter.
That's illogical
But when
because
you
you're.
use
He
wrong
said he
tactics
was
and fight-
defeated before he even got
Yes,
to the basically
it was
what he
meant.
said.
It was
Which-
meant to
which-
be
which he
for
was.
Andy
He
to.
was
For
defeated.
Andy
No, he
to
was
win the
defeated.
title.
He was
This was
defeated.
part of history. They had to.
But you still gotta
infiltrate.
give Ruiz his
I
credit.
gave him to being the first Mexican fighter,
I'm not even talking
but
about
not for a
ownership. I'm
skill
being the first
wise. I
Mexican
can't
fighter.
give him that because I'm the.
How about Andy Ruiz's talent? Do you give does Andy Ruiz have talent?
Andy Ruiz, as far as somebody 6'2" in his height range, I give Andy Ruiz like a. If I had to grade him, I give Andy Ruiz Jr. maybe a B average. But as far as
So you're mesmerized with what fighters look like.
No,
You
I'm not.
are.
No, I'm mesmerized by the sport of boxing.
I mean,
the art
well,
of
look,
it.
at the
When
end
you
of the day,
understand
at the
it.
end of the day, Andy Ruiz was not the topic of discussion before he fought AJ. That's basically what he's saying.
Exactly.
He wasn't.
That's why he
That's
was
facts,
13 and
though.
1.
But he
That's
fought
why
an
he was
A-level
13.
fight that night.
No, he didn't. No, I'm not taking nothing from him, but I'm just trying to, understand where he's coming from.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm trying to tell you where I'm coming from. Even the odds maker, they knew he wasn't going
Right.
to. That's why they made the odds the way they did, because they didn't give him no
But all
chance.
he's
Based
saying
on the
is you
theory
have
of
to
boxing.
give Andy Ruiz.
I
Ruiz.
did. That's the first
No,
Mexican
that's not
far
true.
skill.
No, you're not giving them credit.
No.
You're not giving them. You're in denial. You're in.
I'm far from denial. I love the sport of boxing too much to give credit where credit.
You're an
is
AJ
not
fan.
due.
Your feelings are hurt.
No, I'm
You're
not.
hurt.
No, I'm not.
Nah, I don't
No,
think
I
that.
love boxing and
fucking
understand boxing too much. There's no disrespect to Andy. He's the first Mexican champion. I give him credit for that.
But you're not giving him credit for his work. You're not giving him credit for his time. You're not giving him credit for being a better fighter that night.
Like I said this, if he whoops AJ and AJ stay tall and long like a big fighter supposed to do against.
So Mike Tyson's not really that good then.
No, see,
No. Let me ask you. Mike Tyson's not really. He went and fought rematch Evander.
I see what you're saying.
Andy
I get what
Ruiz
you're
is
saying.
nowhere
Look,
near
I
Mike
get what you're
Tyson.
saying. He was defeated before he got in the ring, but at the
Yes.
end of the day, he lost. He
Right.
lost to a better fighter that night. So
Right.
you have to give Andy Ruiz, regardless of Mexican or not, who gives a shit, you have to give him his credit. You know what I mean? That's all he's saying.
give him
But I
his
understand
credit.
why you're not giving him his credit.
No,
Yeah, because of the art of boxing.
but regardless, fuck the art of
You're
boxing.
saying that just because
But
he
let's
won
take a
doesn't
poll.
mean
Let's
that he
take a
knows
poll right
what
now.
he's doing.
Let's take a poll. We live on here, Fred's boxing barbershop conversation. Let's take a poll, fans. You can disagree with me. Can you take a poll? Do you think AJ lost the fight to Andy because of technical fundamental skills, or Andy was the better fighter? Can you mark in the box which one you think it is? Fundamental
I think it was
skills.
both.
No, I think it was
Andy was a
fundamental.
better fighter, man.
No, I think it's
I
fundamental.
think Andy was a better fighter.
Better fighter,
Because we
man.
need people
But at the
with.
same
He
time,
used, he used good defense at times. He was bobbing and weaving.
No, even you can bob and weave all day long.
And he kept getting, and he couldn't, and then AJ couldn't defend. He couldn't defend a right hand. He couldn't
Because
defend.
he
couldn't.
smothered his punches.
No,
That's
it's
why
just
couldn't
because
defend.
he wasn't a good defensive fighter.
Because he smothered his reach and range. He gave all that up.
He was getting clipped.
If he stayed behind you,
got,
you can't get
but he
clipped.
got clipped by
Look, if you
Julian
stay
White
right
before.
here, you can't get
I done
clipped.
seen him get clipped in the
Andy
spot.
Ruiz is not quick enough to slip behind that.
Well, he
jab
did.
like
He countered him.
was throwing
He
punches.
countered him off the hook.
AJ came in like this, throwing punches like, oh my God. I'm like, technically, this guy is embarrassing.
Pressure reveals who you are. You ever been $500 short of rent on the 31st trying to get there on the 1st? Pressure reveals who you are.
Yes, it can, but
Anthony Joshua is not who you thought he was.
yes, he is.
You're in denial.
he's not.
He's not who you think he
If he
is.
was, he wouldn't have lost to Ruiz that night.
Exactly my point.
Because like I said, Ruiz was not on any kind of level. No one was
See,
talking
you
about him.
support
As
that.
far as people saying like
You are.
the Mexican, no Mexican was talking about Ruiz before that
Exactly.
fight. No one knew who
So
he
you
was.
support
Nobody
the
gave a
theory.
damn about
Right,
it.
but sometimes history has to be made.
No.
Somebody got to be the heel, and AJ happened to be the heel part of this history plan.
It ain't about history. It's about
Yes,
the
it
man
is.
that walked in the
Yes, it is.
ring.
I think like I said,
History
he was
is the story of the action. History ain't like it's written down in stone and this. No,
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Anthony Joshua walked in the
You
ring,
know
got
how
his
long
ass
they've
beat.
been waiting for a Mexican champ.
Oh Jesus Christ! We're not even talking about that. If that's the case, Chris Arreola had 3 shots and he never got, and he
It
never.
wasn't meant for him.
Oh my God! So who's to say it wasn't? He wasn't meant to be. You're not in control of that. So how can you say it was
It
in the
wasn't
card?
meant- It wasn't.
You
meant
can say that
for
after the
Andy.
fact.
It wasn't meant for Andy from the odds maker.
So why did Andy Ruiz? So why did Andy? So okay. So let me ask this question.
But he didn't use his skills.
I don't know what
So ask him this question. Why did Andy Ruiz lose to Joseph Parker then? If he wanted to be the first Mexican heavyweight champion?
Well, sometimes things happen in life.
Oh, you just making up shit right now. You just making up shit. Oh my God. You just making up shit. You just making up shit. You just making up shit.
No, I'm
You ain't about to get me.
No,
You ain't about to. Nah, nigga.
I'm using boxing facts.
All right.
I'm using boxing facts from the sweet
All
side.
right, Andre Ward.
No, this real talk. Ward knows what he's talking about.
Hey.
It's real
All
talk.
right, Andre Ward. All right, Andre Ward.
Hey, he went to the ground, yo.
Yeah.
Hey, Ward knows his stuff.
That
though.
brother said,
Hey,
they
hey,
come
that
like
Ward knows his stuff.
Height, reach, and abs. He should have won. Huh? Height, you saw Anthony Joshua's abs. Huh? That's what it was.
No, to me,
Yeah, hold it.
he was too big for boxing shape.
Who was too big?
Anthony Joshua.
No, he's the
listen.
bigger, longer fighter, like you suggested.
No,
Oh,
Fred,
my God.
you're taking my words out of it. Let me explain.
Why am I taking your words out of context?
No, listen.
Okay.
Now listen. For this fight against Andy Ruiz, to me, he looked at fat, even though he was big. AJ.
Come on.
No, but you have to.
Oh, now you're back.
No, see, y'all gotta watch him carefully.
Nigga, I'm not watching another man carefully like you do. You're enamored with it. You're enamored. You're enamored with him.
Boxing wise. No, I'm talking about boxing wise.
You want a fighter to look and beat apart. It's not like that. It's not like me. I'm a little nigga, but I get shit done. You're not 6'7", but you still get shit.
He can't leave till we leave.
Let's walk. Let's walk.
I understand that, Fred. I understand that clearly.
You want to look the
But
part.
You gotta understand that.
Allen Iverson. Well, that's because Allen Iverson is not a Hall of Famer.
Why was he
Allen
tired?
Iverson-
Why was he
Yeah.
tired? Why was he tired after the second or first round?
Because he's not fucking.
He's not who you think he is.
No, but he had more stamina than that in his previous fight.
He's not who you think he
Do
is.
you think? I'm saying, do you think because of the testing over in America it was different?
No,
but
he's just-
but I'm just asking you because
He's not that good,
I'm
man.
not saying that. No,
You can't accept the fact that Anthony Joshua looks like that and is not that good.
We gotta stop
It's
making
like
excuses for Anthony Joshua.
stop making
No, I'm
excuses
not.
from you
I'm
are.
not.
You-
You're not
You're probably the same guy at the
I
five.
feel what you're saying when you say
He's probably-
he beat himself before he got in there, but at the same time he lost. Like
Yeah, it's like
Okay, so
he wasn't the better fighter that night. It's just it is what
So,
it is.
okay.
Are these yours? Whose are these? Are these yours?
No.
Like I said, if Andy Ruiz beat AJ in the rematch,
Okay.
I'm willing to bet y'all right now on record that he won't. He won't.
You gotta give me odds though. You gotta give me the Vegas
See,
odds.
now, but
Fuck,
you-
why would I bet you when I can give the money to Vegas?
I'm betting with the art of the science of the sport that Anthony Ruiz cannot beat AJ in the rematch. I guarantee you
Okay.
that.
And Floyd can't beat Diego Corrales. Floyd can't beat
No,
Oscar
yeah,
De La Hoya.
Corrales
Floyd
can't
can't
go
beat
this
I'm
Cotto.
honest with you. I don't think he's gonna beat AJ in a rematch either. I'm gonna be dead.
Why? Tell him why.
No, I just like
Why?
I said.
The
I
business
feel-
of boxing?
No,
Why?
I just feel that AJ was already defeated prior to getting in the ring, but at the same time,
Okay, can you
though,
elaborate why he was defeated?
because under pressure, like he
Pressure?
he falls
This
to
man,
pressure.
he
But
fought
you
in
gotta
that
understand,
Olympic, he
dudes-
fought in
It's
that-
gonna be
Those
even
tryna-
more, but that's the
those
thing. You
tryna-
keep forgetting it's gonna be even more pressure on AJ to
It is,
win.
it is.
Win
That's
this
true,
time.
too. That's a good
He may
point.
even
That's a good
this
point.
time he may fold even quicker.
No, because they gonna show him the art of boxing.
Who gonna show him hard about? He got the same trainer.
His trainer gonna show him. They gonna get assistance from this.
Now
video.
now you're
They gonna
basically
get
saying-
assistance from this video and the backlash, and they gonna go back in theory because Lennox Lewis been on TV heavily trying to support the.
Well, they are gonna watch this video for sure.
I'm telling you, they on there. Lennox telling him, man, you need to stay behind that jab, dude.
He knows to stay behind the jab. He's an Olympian. He's
You're
an
not listening to Lance
He
Lewis?
gonna listen to
He's
him.
a fucking gold medalist.
He gonna listen to Lennox.
Listen.
now.
You don't have to re-explain a gold medalist about staying
you
tall
do.
behind the
Yeah, you
jab.
do.
No. I'm saying from a no. Listen to me. From a fundamental standpoint, you don't have to say, "Hey, you're 6'7". Stay behind the jab." I don't know how tall he is. 6'8", 6'9". Stay
He's
behind
6'7".
6'6".
6'7".
Stay behind the jab. You're the bigger, stronger fighter. Longer
why
fighter.
he didn't? Why
Stay
he
behind the
didn't?
jab
Why he didn't?
because of pressure.
My thing
You're
is this,
missing-
though, we can't make excuses for AJ.
He's making
He lost.
excuses
Yeah,
for
we
him.
can't
None
make-
of those
it
excuses.
doesn't- I
That's
don't
the
give
only
a- but
excuses
it
I
doesn't
get.
matter. It doesn't
Poor
matter.
training.
The L's an L.
Poor
But listen, why was it great training for the 20 wins, but poor training for his one loss?
Right.
No.
Against a
You're in a-
replacement fighter.
You're an Anthony Joshua apologist. That's what you are.
Because
You know you
he
are.
And his jab the first 20 fights.
But you know what?
In this fight,
So that means he knows what to do,
yes, after
and he
this
didn't
fight-
do it.
Well, like I said,
It's like your kid being a good kid when you're home, and when you're not home, when you go and say you work midnight shift, the motherfucker's out running the streets. He's not. The kid ain't who he is in your presence. Anthony Joshua is not that. He's not. You gotta accept that. He's not that good.
like you said, children.
He's
don't
a lab
have
rat.
bank account. Everything.
He's a lab rat.
You'll get out of it.
Same with a fighter when you train him. Same with the
You
fighter.
train him right. you
Anthony
get that
Joshua's a
out.
lab rat. He's a lab rat. You gotta accept he's a lab rat.
Well, like I said, I'm willing to go on record right now. I guarantee you that right now, Anthony Ruiz.
You said the same thing about Mikey Garcia, Earl Spence.
Oh yeah, I can't believe he said that.
Yeah, yeah.
No, you didn't
He's-
even let me finish.
He's a hater. He's a hater. He's a hater. He's a hater. But he's a hater though. He's a hater. He hates Deontay Wilder. He hates Deontay Wilder. Oh, L Boogie. He hates Deontay Wilder.
shit.
This is the Deontay Wilder hater.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
No.
This is the Deontay Wilder
Why?
hater.
What,
Yes.
For what
Yeah.
reason?
No.
Because he
Yeah.
has an unorthodox.
No.
Oh, so that means
Let's get this straight.
exact. So, but look. Based off of wait.
Okay, go ahead.
Based off of what you said about Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder could never be heavyweight champion of the world.
No, I
Yes, you
never
did
said that.
because stay behind the jab. Boxing is a theory. The sweet science of boxing. Deontay Wilder doesn't necessarily do it the orthodox way. But guess what? He got 40 knockouts in 42 fights or 41 fights. Huh?
He does. He keep distant. He stay long, and then he hit you with a long ass right hand. He stays behind.
But
that.
what I'm saying is he
does
doesn't do
that.
it. He doesn't do it like how you say Anthony Joshua does it.
technically
1,
wise.
2, 3, slip. 1, 2, 3, slip. Relocate, slip. You don't. That's basically what you're saying.
No, I'm not saying that. No, I'm talking about fundamentals, basic fundamentals.
So that's what I'm saying. Deontay Wilder doesn't necessarily
You're
have.
just going off of Anthony Joshua should have won that fight that night.
Right,
that's
but
all
Fred
you're
wants-
going
I'm
off
trying
of.
to explain.
Okay, the Golden State Warriors should have won the NBA
Yes,
championship.
yes.
Shit.
But KD got hurt and
I
so
know-
did
I
Klay
know.
Thompson.
But see, like I said,
He's
when
a-
you
he-
don't know history.
Fuck history. We're
No,
talking about the
that-
fight.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to explain it to you, but you won't.
Thomas Hearns should have never lost a fight then. Basically what you're saying.
No, 'cause
Exactly.
At 40 and 47.
Listen,
47.
Listen. I believe this. I can go on record.
Roy Jones should have never been heavyweight champion of the world
No,
then.
I disagree. Because
But that's
Roy,
what-
anybody his
He should have
size,
never
they
bought.
gonna whoop Roy.
But John Ruiz was
Roy
fucking
was in-
6'7", 6'5".
No, right, John Ruiz wasn't. No,
I don't know, he was much bigger.
He was like 6'3".
He was much-
6'3" and some change.
He was much bigger, though, but he looked bigger, though.
No, but they picked the right opponent for Roy.
Mike
And
Tyson
John
should have never
Ruiz,
beat Trevor
He
Berbick.
didn't fight the right fight. He tried to box with Roy. You were supposed to keep your hands up, circle Roy. let
Pressure
Roy fight.
reveals who
Yeah,
you
you're
are.
supposed to do
So
that.
why did
That's
Trevor
the big-
Berbick call the Truth Williams lose to Mike Tyson?
Well, like I said.
No, don't wail like I
Okay,
said.
but
Why?
you won't let me
Pressure
finish.
reveals
No,
who
Mike
you
Tyson
are.
At that point was a skillful fighter, man. A lot of people discredit Mike. Mike was a skillful fighter.
So you're not giving Evander Holyfield for the first win against Mike Tyson?
Evander Holyfield couldn't beat Tyson in his prime with custom model. He could. The guys, in my opinion, they intervened. That's why their fight never happened when it was supposed to. They waited till Tyson was on drugs, straight out of the joint. Holyfield holding him, head butting him.
Yeah, he was
all
on- he
that
was high
stuff,
on
man. He
cocaine
was,
when they
man,
had
come
that
on, man.
Andy
That stuff
had
was
sex
scripted,
with
man.
Willis and all that.
Man, they made that fight for Holyfield, man. They knew Holyfield couldn't whoop Tyson at that time.
So what do you say about Buster Douglas then?
Okay, like I said.
See,
some
you're- we
things
can
is
throw you
part
a-
of- Right,
see,
but
man,
you're
you-
not listening. Some
I
things
am
are part of
listening.
history.
You can't say that shit. You
Yeah,
can't.
it is.
You don't. We don't live a
But you
scripted
just-
life. The universe
but you
gives us
saying
free
the
will.
Same reason why.
It's a
Yeah,
contradiction.
you said
No,
the
it's
same
not.
reason why.
No, y'all not hearing with the point of the art of boxing.
No, we
Fuck
do
with-
understand the art of boxing.
That's why we're
Brother,
saying.
But you saying the same reason why Anthony Joshua lost to Ruiz because he wasn't prepared. Well, Mike Tyson wasn't prepared when he fought Buster Douglas. It was a known fact. He had been tricking. He had cocaine in the system.
Right? I'm not.
So
I'm not
do
disputing
you
that.
really think Buster Douglas could have
No.
been a sober,
I wanted
disciplined
to
Mike?
see him
So
fight again,
I'm just
but
saying.
it never happened. But with AJ and
Now, I do
Andy,
believe he
they-
would've whooped
AJ and
Holyfield. He
Andy,
went
they
to-
gonna fight
he went
again.
to the pen.
And he gonna prove y'all, like I said, when he followed the art of boxing, he gonna whoop the mess out.
So why did we want to see? So why?
He
A
gonna
question.
whoop the
So
mess
why
out of
did?
AJ
Okay,
and
okay,
Andy Ruiz.
okay. So why did boxing fans want to see Lennox Lewis versus Mike Tyson so bad?
Well,
Because your theory says the fight should never happen.
no, Tyson was old. His knees. Was
That's not what I'm
bad.
saying. I'm talking about what you
They wanted the old Mike.
No,
Tyson. They
listen,
wanted
no,
to
I'm
see
not
the
talking
great
about that.
finish Mike
I'm
Tyson.
talking
He
about
was gone.
I'm talking about the size. Why would you want to see Mike Tyson versus Lennox Lewis?
Well, you know why I liked to see Mike Tyson against Lennox in his prime, because Mike always had attributes that was God-given.
Oh,
He was quick.
so Andrew-
listen,
okay.
listen, you won't let me finish.
You're describing
Okay,
Andrew
The
Ruiz.
man-
Let's hear this straight. I wanna
the
hear
man
it.
to weigh 215, to be 5'10" or 5'11", the man was fast like a middleweight, but he punched like a heavyweight. So when he fought those tall guys, his quickness and his knowledge of the sport was able to get past those guys that had the basic fundamentals of the art. Because Mike Tyson was superior than those categories.
Yeah, but like how he's doing that.
But Andy Ruiz don't do that. Andy can't do that.
Mike Tyson knew how to get under the jab.
Right.
When you was doing like Mike Tyson was right here.
Right.
Boom.
Like what I said, the quickness and the knowledge.
I know that boxing
Andy don't have that type of talent. Andy comes in.
Well, why he knocked him down 4 fucking times then?
You sounded crazy.
Okay.
A guy don't knock down. A guy doesn't knock
Well,
a guy.
I'm willing to bet you right now on your channel.
You ain't got to bet me right now. We gonna bet. We gonna bet. But I'm gonna wait for the odds because I'll be a fool to bet you when I can get 7-1, 5-1 in Vegas. That's dumb. You know how I value money. I'll be a fool to bet you when I can get.
You gonna come on my show?
Yeah, I'll come on your show. Just bet.
So we gonna all do a live. We gonna do a live stream.
Of me. Yeah. If AJ,
LDBC, Dante's Boxing Nation, everybody.
Yes.
Okay.
If AJ get in there, like I said, he gonna knock Andy Ruiz out or beat him, dominate him, where Andy ain't gonna win.
It's sad that
round.
there are boxing fans in this world and men that are just enamored with what the fighter looks like. You're picking him because of his attributes. You're not picking him because he has he knows how to fight. You're saying no, he doesn't. You're picking him because he's supposed to do it because he's the bigger, because he looks the part.
No,
he has the long arms. He's 6'6". He's 250, and he looks a certain way. No, you're basically saying what Timothy Bradley said. I didn't see the fight, but I know Deontay Wilder against Arthur Spilka and everybody else, Gerald Green.
You should just say he looked better in previous fights than he did.
Yeah, I know he can fight.
Pretty much.
Man, he's a bum.
I mean, he's a
Anthony Joshua is a bum.
Right.
Anthony Joshua is you know why Anthony?
I mean, he looks suspect. We can admit that he looks suspect as fuck. Anthony Joshua looks suspect coming out. I mean, he's suspect regardless, but still.
Well, Klitschko was clipping.
But did you start seeing the writing on the wall? Because Joshua did start getting clipped. He couldn't get guys that he was supposed to knock out of there.
No,
he started out.
I mean, Joseph Parker fight was a staring match. You know, like it was.
Joseph didn't want to fight. He didn't want to get knocked out because he did the right thing. Because it was like a payday. Get in there, get the money, don't get knocked out, and go to the next fight.
But I tell you this.
But that's how boxing goes. But y'all don't.
At the end of the day, if we walk down that alley and there's 13 Mexicans waiting on us, and all we got is us, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we got to fight them to get across the street, Anthony Joshua is staying right here. That's who he is.
He gonna go
if Anthony Joshua's wife is at home when she's starving with no money, Anthony Joshua has no money in his pocket. Listen, he's going to go home with no money.
I don't even know, AJ. I disagree totally.
How can you disagree?
Wait, okay.
Now I'm going to prove that's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about the character of the man. Is he willing to walk?
That speaks volumes.
Is he willing to walk through fire? You know why AJ's not willing to walk through fire? Because he checked out of the fight.
Yeah, before
he checked out of the fight. He was on his knees looking at his corner. He was on his knees thinking about his life. He was on.
Good night.
Good night. He was on his knees counting his money. He was on his knees saying, do I really want to go through this? He was on his knees saying, I don't really have to do this anymore. He was on his knees and say, I'll just give Andy Ruiz these belts. He
could have been on his knees saying, oh, we made a killing. I betted $6 million on myself and broke the bank. Who knows?
Now you're just coming out with.
Saying he threw the motherfucking fight.
Who knows what goes on?
Nah.
You questioning.
No, you said he made history.
Listen, he questioning this man's heart, and he gets.
I saw it.
We saw it, man. He looked at the corner like, I don't want to do this shit.
And the third knockdown, he was pushed.
I see what you're trying to say, like as far as he wasn't himself that night, but at the end of the day, if you're defeated before you get in the ring, you have no fucking heart.
Now look. To prove your point is invalid. No. But here's my catch. Here's my catch for real.
That AJ ain't the man y'all believe he is.
No.
I guarantee.
But hear me out. So that means, based on your theory, any 6'1" guy that can shed weight and get down to 135, 140 can be a world champion. Based off of your theory.
It depends on who you put in.
No, it doesn't depend on your theory. If you get any athlete, a basketball player, football, listen, that's your theory. That's your theory.
I'm not saying that.
Yeah, that is because you say you can train him to be. It's not what you can see.
It depends on what
it's
level.
how
it's levels of the sport. It's B-level fighters, C-level fighters, and D-level.
So what is Anthony Joshua's a what?
Anthony Joshua with his size. And
what letter? What is it?
He's a B-level fighter.
I would get AJ Before this incident,
No, you can't say before.
Fuck this.
No,
What is he?
listen,
What is
listen,
he?
now-
What is he today? What is he?
Today, I still get
June
AJ
2nd after the fight.
I still get AJ like
He's always been a B-level fighter.
no,
No,
not to me. No, not to me. I give AJ like
Yeah.
But at the same time, Ruiz ain't no
A-plus
fucking
fighter.
A-level fighter either.
I think they still go.
an A+ fighter. I
AJ
give-
is an A+
not
fighter?
A+. Hey, I give him an A.
AJ's wait. AJ's an A.
Yes, A. Yeah.
AJ's an A
That's
fighter.
A.
Wait. AJ's an A fighter.
Yeah.
Andrew Ruiz is a B-level fighter, and yet Andrew Ruiz outboxed him and knocked him down 4 times.
Yeah, because he didn't have the right
You're just
instructions to
enamored
have
with
me-
Anthony
or
Joshua.
have
You're
me in
literally
his corner.
enamored with
Yeah,
Anthony Joshua. You
he
are.
No.
So what is Adrian Broner then?
then?
So what is Adrian Broner?
Adrian Broner was at 130 and 135. Adrian Broner was an A-level fighter. Adrian Broner was an A-level fighter. That's why he's a 4-time division champ. But once he moved up to 140 and 147, no, those guys up there is big, fast as him, and understand the game. Because at 130 and 135, Adrian Broner was fighting guys that you really never heard of, Mexicans and this and that. So he made his talent shows off of them type of guys.
All right.
So now when you fighting black fighters, athletes and stuff like that, it's very difficult. And a lot of his fights that he lost is against the top elite fighters. Pacquiao, Sean Porter, my boy Paulie gave him work. That's good work. And who else beat him? I'm trying to think of all the other black fighters that gave him.
Well, Transformer. He lost to Transformer.
No, he beat Taylor.
Yeah, in
He
the
beat-
12th round, knocked him down in the 12th
he beat
round.
Taylor. But what I'm saying, once you get up to certain levels where Adrian Broner, stature-wise and height, putting all that weight on, kind of slowed him down a little bit. But Adrian Broner at 130, 35, he's an A-level fighter.
It's sad that you're apologizing. It's sad that
You don't think
we
he
got.
was?
No, I'm talking about Anthony Joshua. I'm sorry, I apologize. It's just sad that we have people like you who literally just look at a person and say like, "Oh, he's supposed to win.
No,
he's the longer fighter.
no.
He's an." You know why?
I'm a student of boxing. And
That's
I
the
know
problem.
if
That's
he
the
whooped
problem.
AJ, if he
That's
whooped
the
AJ in a
problem.
rematch, I would glad.
That's the
say,
problem.
If AJ fights like AJ fight,
You got to be a realist. You got to be a realist.
I'm for real.
You gotta be a realist.
I can't give a guy credit.
Sometimes you got to be pragmatic.
I can't give you
Hey,
credit for that.
Fred, real talk. You should be on Fox or ESPN because see.
He pulls it out of you. He pulls
you
it
know
out.
what? I'm gonna call Evan Korn and I'm gonna see can I get you a job. I'm serious as fuck. I'm gonna get
Why?
you.
Because
you exactly what they
they
looking
want,
for.
yeah.
You exactly.
I love the
Do you got some
sport.
suits? Do you got some suits? Do you
I can
got?
buy some, but
I'm
I love the sport
gonna
of
call.
boxing.
I'm gonna call.
I think a lot of casual fans
They need you.
misunderstand.
Lomachenko will love you.
He.
Lomachenko, you
Lomachenko.
you
would buy
love Lomachenko.
Lomachenko would buy you a house.
Lomachenko, no.
You love Lomachenko, huh?
No, why would I love Lomachenko? No.
No. He's a boxer.
Lomachenko is a good fighter at the lower weight class.
You love
At
Tyson Fury then,
135,
huh? You love Tyson Fury.
Comey should beat him. Comey will beat him, man.
You love Tyson Fury, huh?
Tyson Fury,
Yeah.
yes. Tyson Fury is a good fighter. He's a good
Who's
fighter.
better, AJ or Tyson Fury?
AJ and Tyson Fury? Me, I would have to go with Anthony Joshua. Listen, you know why?
Oh my God,
You
dog.
won't let me finish.
L Boogie.
I can't.
I can't.
Stephen
A, hey.
No,
some
no,
of
he
your
won't
points,
listen.
some of your
Steve-
points make
Listen.
sense, but come on, man.
Come on.
Fury, you know why I don't pick AJ
Why?
against Tyson Fury?
Why?
You know why? Tyson Fury, to me, he's a good mover and this and that, but he don't throw enough punches for me. To be a heavyweight, you got to throw punches.
They don't like everything.
No,
You can't.
no, but listen what I'm saying to you.
Heavyweights don't
When
throw a
you
lot of
throw
punches.
Most
It takes
heavyweights only
oxygen.
average
No,
like
but
around
listen,
60, and that's reaching.
Listen, listen to me carefully.
Okay.
Listen, Fury got to throw more punches. When he beat Klitschko, that shit was crazy. It was like 4 punches. It was like the fight.
Oh, man.
4 or
One of-
5 punches around or
one of the
something
worst
crazy.
fights- one
it
of the
was
worst-
horrible.
One of the worst fights in history.
Right, exactly. So
Who's
just
that?
like with Wilder fight.
Fury and Klitschko.
Oh, yeah.
He was
One of
running
the worst.
a lot. He threw a couple punches, but I want to see him more aggressive. If Fury
That's
get
sad.
a little more aggressive, then he would be dominant.
ESPN
But
would
he don't
love.
throw enough punches
You're-
for me.
When
He does a lot of moving.
So who's the number one heavyweight to you right now?
Hey, send this. We gonna send this to ESPN.
Technically.
No, just
Who's-
better.
No,
Who-
yeah, just period.
Period.
Well,
Just period. Don't.
me, I had picked this. This one I had picked.
No, today.
No,
Fuck
listen,
that.
right
Today.
I
Right
had
now.
AJ to win all of them.
But regardless, who's the number one heavyweight?
Right
to you?
today.
Right, that didn't change.
June the
Who?
22nd.
AJ?
That hasn't changed. That hasn't changed.
I told you.
That hasn't changed.
Eric
I
Whitlock.
can't-
You Eric Whitlock.
Why? Because the person loses.
Eric
that's
Bradley. Eric.
fine. He ain't fought. he ain't
Yes.
fought.
When you lose, you go down the ladder.
C-level fighter and you lose
how
to a
does he
C-level
go down the-
fighter.
Golden
you
State
can't
didn't
be
get
the
a game
number one
8. You don't get a
heavyweight.
game 9. You got 7 games
How
to
did
win
he go
4.
down the
That's
ladder?
it.
He gonna correct his
Eric,
wrongs and
you
he
are
did
so-
that.
Eric, I'm
regardless.
Eric.
I really believe.
No, they
that.
gotta fight
no,
the
fuck
fight.
all that. Fuck
He
all
ain't
that.
fought Wilder yet, or he ain't fought Fury yet.
Who,
So y'all
AJ?
don't know if they can beat him.
But we
Just because Andy Ruiz clipped him, that don't mean they can.
But he clipped
He
up.
clipped him
He
throughout. He
was
was clipping up
That's all
throughout.
that matters.
He was clipping up throughout the
That's all
motherfucking
that
fight.
matters.
No.
That's all that matters.
See this?
Still
See you
gotta
hear
fight
this
the
shit?
fight.
This is
Still
that same
gotta
shit
fight
that
the
they were
fight.
saying when Marquez flatlined Manny Pacquiao. It was a lucky punch. But what
It doesn't
about
matter.
What about the other 3 times he whooped his ass?
Regardless,
He didn't
he
beat
flatlined him. He
Pacquiao.
put
Oh,
What
my
the
God.
fuck you talk,
All right,
man?
let's go. I'm hungry.
Come
I'm
on.
hungry. Let's
Let's
go.
go. Eric,
I'm fucking
come on,
hungry.
let's go.
Let's go.
We'll be
I
the
can't.
couple.
man.
Hey, guess what? He's going to dinner with us.
I can't.
You,
Let's go.
Eric.
Wow.
Hey, Eric, you ride with her so she's not alone. No, I'm serious. Ride with her so she's not
We're
alone.
not gonna talk about boxing though in the car. We can't. That don't make no sense, bro.
Eric, you said Anthony Joshua was the best heavyweight, dog.
Listen, hold up a second, man.
Come on.
Don't worry.
We gotta pick this
Right? Town Square?
Yeah, Town Square.
Okay, cool.
All right.